welcome back to another video. It's your girl Betty here, and I am back just chilling in my room. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about private school and Catholic school. I've been in private school and Catholic school my whole life. I started off going to a school in Brooklyn called St. Therese of Lisieux, and it was a Catholic school. Then I went to a high school in Brooklyn called Catherine McCauley, which was an all-girl private school. I should have definitely wrote this down, but I didn't. I'm definitely just going off of brain and thoughts. It's much easier for me to write it down. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah. So I went to Catholic and private school. I had a bit of both in my life. I never went to public school because my mom at the time felt that public school wasn't safe, and she wanted me to get a... I don't know if my mom thought that going to Catholic or private school was like a better education. I think it was more so for safety. Growing up, you know, you hear a lot of stuff happens in public school, so you would want the best for your child and you want them to go there so that they wouldn't get hurt or, you know, stuff like that, get peer pressured into doing the wrong thing. But I'm gonna mix up my pros and cons and just tell you off of my chest how I feel about the whole thing. First of all, private school and Catholic school is expensive. Like, it is expensive. I wanted to put my boys in private school or Catholic school growing up, but they're not even baptized yet. That's one, so they can't even go to Catholic school. And two, private school is not something that I think I want to go with anymore. Charter schools are pretty cool. They seem like they're just as safe and just as good as private or Catholic school, and I believe it's cheaper. I'm not too sure, don't take my word on that, but they do wear uniforms, I think, and it's like the next best thing. I don't know if they do it on like a list or like if it's a lottery. I don't know how charter schools work, but people always used to tell me that it's a little bit difficult, like they have to pick your kid or something like that to get in. Let me know in the comments down below how charter schools work. I've never looked into them because my kids aren't old enough yet, so I haven't really bothered. I think it's too expensive in this day and age that we live in, and in this economy that we are in right now. I don't think it's affordable for people to be putting their kids in Catholic or private school. Like, my mom used to pay upwards like damn near 10K almost, not each year, but like as the years go by, the tuition goes up. So like she'd pay almost like 5K for like I think it started off at 5K, Jesus Christ, and I think about it, for the tuition at Macaulay, or it was upwards towards 5K or something like that. And then for St. Therese, the school that I went to in elementary to junior high, it was also just as expensive. My mom struggled. She struggled to make that tuition get paid off. There were times where she would miss a payment and I wouldn't get my report card, but she always made sure that the payments are put in and I always receive the education that I deserve. I feel like all schools are not safe. I don't want to say that it's just public schools that's not safe. Yeah, I feel like all schools aren't safe now that you're always hearing like school shootings and stuff like that. So I don't think that just because they're in private school or Catholic school that's any safer than public schools. Things have changed, times have changed, things are crazy now. But I do feel like it's getting a bit too expensive. Another thing that I do believe and I do feel is that Catholic schools, for me, and private schools was a little bit education-wise simple. And I feel like when I was in Catherine McCauley, they made it a little bit easier for you to pass. This is my own opinion when it comes to stuff like that. Bullying is another thing that happens in any school. It don't matter what school you're in. I feel like with public school, they don't do as much to help with bullying than they do with private or Catholic schools. Like I said, it also depends on your principal. It also depends on your school. You know, it might be a different experience for everybody, but this is what I'm talking about from my own experience. When you're bullied in Catholic school or private school, they actually call you the parent of the bully, and literally after the bullying happens, it ceases. Unless it's taken outside of school. I don't really know how people do their stuff, but my sister always had stories of telling me how like in public school you'll get bullied and the next day the bullying just continues. Like, they don't really call your parents unless something drastic happens. But like I said, my kids aren't in school. I don't know how things are now. I don't know if just the school system in general doesn't tolerate bullying, so hopefully things are better for kids today. The only thing I can say that's annoying when it comes to going to a Catholic school is the fact that you have to go through the whole communion process, the whole confession process, and you got to go to church every Sunday. As a kid, you don't want to do all these things. A lot of the times I felt like doing all those things as a kid, I did it because my mom wanted me to do it, and I had to graduate to do it. Like, I couldn't not have confessions done. I couldn't not have communion done without graduating. Although I think confessions, they do let you know if you want to do it or not. They ask you, are you ready to actually do confessions? I can't remember, it's been years ago. I'm about to be 27, it's been a while. A pro of Catholic schools and private schools is the fact that you get to wear uniform. As parents, it's perfect because you don't have to worry about your kids. As parents, we don't have to worry about constantly washing our kids' clothes and making sure they wear something nice and clean the next day, worrying about what they're gonna wear the next day. If they wear one constant outfit, that saves the parents money, and it saves the kids like the psychological abuse of making sure you wear the hottest clothing or whatever to impress friends, you know. Like, we go through stuff like that, you know. And with uniform, it just saves money. It's like a safe peace of mind knowing that you don't have to impress or show off that you're wearing, you know, clothes or stuff like that. I guess that's it. I can't really think of anything else that bothered me with either or. Like I said, I don't have public school experiences, so I can't tell you how I felt with the whole public school thing, but I definitely do feel that Catholic school or private school is not necessary in this day and age now. It's not affordable, and it's not something that I feel like people should be bending over backwards for. I feel like if you can't afford it, don't force yourself. If you can and you like that and you've been in public school and Catholic school your whole life, you can't see yourself not having your kids go to that, then go ahead, by all means. Nobody's saying that you shouldn't, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. Like I said, I used to be the type to be like, nah, my kids has to go to a private or a Catholic school. But now, even though I don't know what's the future to hold for me, I feel like it's not necessary. I don't feel like it's affordable, and I feel like, you know, all schools can have issues, so it doesn't have to be a specific school or a specific kind of school that causes you to want to put your kids in that school. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense, but let me know in the comments down below if you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've also had your share of experiences with Catholic, private, or public school. Let me know if your kids are in either or, and if you've had experience of both with you, yourself, or your kids. Let me know in the comments down below how that is. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, if you thought it was a different topic that people don't really talk about as much. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my face, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any videos that I do upload. Yeah, don't forget to stay beautiful, love yourself, and never give up.